Most business leaders use the word strategy as if it were some kind of magical cure-all for every challenge a company faces. But that's the problem. Because if you don't understand what business strategy actually is, you can't implement it. And when you can't implement it, your growth crawls, your margins flatten, and your team quietly wonders whether you're steering or guessing. This video fixes that. We're going to break down what business strategy really means, why so many smart people get it wrong, and why the confusion is so destructive. Once you understand the actual mechanics, identifying real opportunities, choosing what to focus on, choosing what to ignore, and aligning your organization around those decisions, everything about how you lead and build changes. In the end, you'll have a definition you can use, not a buzzword you repeat. Strategy isn't complicated. It's profit, which is revenue minus expenses. A real strategy is simply the disciplined plan for improving one or both sides of that equation. But strategy isn't just a definition. It's a guidepost for innovation. It tells you which products are worth building, which markets are worth entering, and which ideas will actually gain traction with customers. Without a strategy, companies don't innovate, they meander. Strategy takes digging, questioning assumptions, researching markets, and listening to customers. And most CEOs are moving too fast or chasing too many fires to slow down long enough to do that work. But without that discipline, you're not leading, you're reacting. You can't innovate effectively if you don't understand why customers choose your products, what problems you really solve, or where the market is moving. Strategy isn't theoretical. It's the thinking that gives every product and every investment a real chance of success. When I was at Sony, we spent endless time talking about the products that would own the living room. TVs, stereos, gaming, movies. That was the corporate mythology. But once I worked across divisions, a different truth emerged. Whether it was Betamax tapes, cassettes, mini discs, MP3 players, or hard drives, every successful product was actually serving one purpose: to capture, store, and replay memory. Sony wasn't an entertainment and consumer electronics company. Sony was a memory company. Once you understand that, innovation becomes obvious. You stop building random gadgets and start building products that reinforce the core. That's what real strategy does. It points you toward the next product that will actually gain traction. Understanding why customers value is one side of strategy. Understanding where your profit comes from is the other. Everyone assumed Amazon made its money in retail, but Amazon didn't become truly profitable until AWS. And everyone thinks of Samsung as phones and TVs, yet its profit engine was semiconductors. Profit rarely comes from the parts of the business that get the most attention. If you don't know which part of your company actually prints money, your strategy is guesswork. Leaders obsess over visible costs and ignore hidden ones, especially the cost of the learning curve. Any new product or service has an early phase where everything is slower, messier, and more expensive because you're still figuring it out. But once you move past that phase, costs should fall quickly. Processes tighten, delivery becomes predictable, innovation becomes scale. If you don't understand this dynamic, you'll misread your margins and kill good ideas before they mature. Strategy isn't mystical, and it isn't academic. Strategy is a practical discipline of knowing what customers truly value, where your profit truly comes from, and how your cost structure evolves as you build new things. Every product you greenlight, every investment you make, every market you enter should trace back to those truths. Without them, you're not leading, you're gambling. Strategy isn't a magical cure-all, it's the work. And the companies that do that work are the ones that win.